And what's up, everybody? This is None Defense, host of this YouTube channel, and of course co-leader of the team, Still Unboomable, with our other leaders, Mr. Bronsoon, Broom Bitch Angie, and Nick Hill, officers Hex Titan, HB, Marshall, and Bone. And this has to be kind of a short video, and I hate to rush anything, but this is a part of the Booming Without Borders campaign, and we are now entering the Taskforce Critic phase. So, guys, everybody that is on the team, Special Forces, the people that participated yesterday, was it yesterday, the day before? I got sidetracked yesterday and lost a day. But anyway, when we did the op, there were the people that participated in the chat, super proud of, super thumbs up, super awesome, very excited. Even though None did not get to participate in the op specifically, you know, he was in the middle of a landing craft upgrade, so he didn't get to, but he would have been had we needed him. There was plenty of times, and that was coordinated. Like, we worked that out. There was discussion there. What I want to do now is part of the Taskforce Critic phase. This is where I'm actually going to look at your guys' attacks, specifically your guys' attacks. I'm really going to focus a lot on the people who kind of went in and did their own thing, and we'll discuss that. Alrighty. Now, and I always try to lead this off with, don't ever take any of my opinions too personal. You know, the only way I can help you is to give absolute honesty. Absolute honesty. Oh, HT, you asked if I would email you, like, promotion and demotion suggestions. I meant to say this in chat. No, I won't be doing that. I'll say it right here, and the people who are watching the video already are in, like, because it's the ones who aren't watching the video that are kind of, you'll see that they're the ones causing the issue. So let's not worry about offending the people who aren't paying attention. You got me? Alright, so let's focus on building up the team that are paying attention. So everybody just get this whole, you know, the part out of your head about me going through and saying, oh, he needs to be kicked. Now, Matua Jeff. It's funny, just as I said that, off of this troop combination, yeah, I actually would kick him. I'll be completely honest, I would kick him. But we're going to go through and we're going to look at his attack, and we'll just see what happened exactly. This is a bad troop combination, guys. It is. Even if he goes in and does an absolutely brilliant job, it's still a bad troop combination. And the reason is because it's unfocused. And you'll find that as we get better at working together in operations, you'll find that the focused attacks, you know, that go in with a specific mission, a specific objective, those are the ones that have a high rate of success. The ones that are just kind of all over the place with troop combinations like this in bombing situations. Did you notice that he bombed this and then he bombed this? Matua Jeff, I'm just going to call you Jeff. Jeff, if I was going to coach you through this attack just based on this attack and this attack alone, and I want everybody who's paying attention to hear this, when you're starting your attack and you've already decided whether it's the right decision or the wrong decision, but you've already decided that you're going to bomb a target, my point is always bomb that. Pick a target, bomb that target. Don't try to spread it around. You know, it's not going to work. Like, if you're going to bomb a target, then bomb that target until you're either out of gunboat or you've used enough of your gunboat, you know, whatever it is that you're doing, but just focus, guys. Like, so, Matua, right out the gate, troop combo aside, I feel like you made a mistake by spreading your barrage. Like, you could have put 2 barrage on that rocket, and think about how much better your attack could have been. Like, you almost got this thing down. So, let's just watch the rest. Now, the reason that riflemen, heavies, bazookas, and medics do not mix, excuse me, I have to plug that in. The reason that they don't mix is because they don't support each other. No troop here is benefiting from the other troops. It's just chaos. It's just kind of everywhere chaos. Now, it looks, when you watch the force points, it says, oh, well, we got like 14 force points. Yeah, man, but they weren't useful force points. They weren't effective force points. Had he went ahead and just bombed that rocket right out the gate and gone in with just a standard hookah, right? Just a head, you know, I don't know how many boats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If he had went in with 3 heavies, 4 Zookas, bombed the rocket right from the start, and then ran this attack, all of this is gone, this is gone, and he may even start working on this already. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what a focused attack can give you. Like, this is, you know, like, it was okay. It was okay, but this was more of like, he more just kind of overwhelmed, you know, that target, but it wasn't a focused attack. And it just wasn't. Now, you know, and this is where people start saying, yeah, but he got the rocket launcher. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but he could have bombed the rocket launcher dead before he even landed and then got all the way up to the shock launcher. You see my point? Alrighty, so that was that. Alright, so HT, you attacked with my group, my unit. I looked at yours in the video yesterday, but I am going to go ahead and just review it again. But yours I'm going to give a little more slowing things down. Alrighty. Now, your specific mission on this was to bomb the rocket and try to finish the shock launcher, shock blaster, and start working these power cells. Now, I asked you specifically to make the bold sacrifice to not shock this rocket. Like, it's a habit on player bases. You're going to want to shock this rocket once it starts shooting at you, right? You can't do it when you're on power cell duty, guys. You can't do it. Just don't do it. So HT, thank you so much for resisting the very natural and understandable urge to shock the rocket there. You know, but you didn't, and thank you so much, because that gave you that much extra in bomb work that you were able to put on this stuff back here, which sets everybody else up. So remember that, guys. When you're on power cell duty, don't waste cells to shock things. Shocking or cells are for bombing, not shocking. So great job, HT. Thank you so much for working with me there. Let's see. Let's see. We're looking for. All right, we'll look at Drew real quick. So we had Drew so set up that it was crazy. There was absolutely no way he could have done anything wrong here, or could have failed. Had he found the way to lose, I would have had, you know, a series of questions for him. But of course, you know, we had it wide open for him. Beautiful work. HT was a part of that. Thank you so much. Some other members from my team, they were a part of that. You know, the volunteers, they come over, you know, and that's teamwork. And we demonstrated in the last video on this basis how we just use the attacks in coordination with the other attacks. And that's the focus. Okay, so Drew was our guy. Like, we love Drew. We want more guys like Drew. If you field a team with guys like Drew, and so, you know, ignore the fact that he's only level 44. If you had a team full of guys like Drew, guys who are willing to do whatever they got to do, then you will have something, and it won't even take that long. So continue to look for guys like Drew. Alright, Destroyer, please forgive me, I cannot recall if he asked for coaching on this. Yeah, he did. Okay, great job, Destroyer. So we asked him to finish bombing the shock blaster and then barrage these boom mines right there, and then focus the rest of his gunboat on shocking the boom cannon. I have seen so many guys come so close to doing this wrong just by using, and I'll just use my extra gunboat on bombing the boom cannon. No, not in this situation. You gotta shock it, man. You shock it, fight it. And as we talked to Destroyer, and I don't know what he would have done had we not talked, but you know, we had this conversation. If I have to be critical, you flared way too close there. Just let your guys walk, man. I'm not sure why people are afraid to let troops walk somewhere. And we also talked about when eating cells, you were shocking these machine guns. That was a mistake, but we covered it. So great job. Thank you so much, Destroyer, though. I mean, you worked with the system. Like, that was the system. You know, a couple mistakes, those are going to happen, but brother, thank you, Destroyer. Alrighty. So then Danny Awesome went in. Danny also went in on Fluke. And we knew Danny wasn't going to be able to do much, but he was totally working with us. And we just asked him to bomb. Help brother out there. And just make it weaker, you know. And we asked him to just drop and just go up and just, you know, he's going to die. We knew he was going to die. There was no hope for his troops. Great job, Danny. Okay, Awesome is on. We did not speak to him. I haven't seen him chat at all. If anybody knows different or is in communication with him, you know, let him know. Please don't barrage the machine guns in this situation. Like, now what you should have done, seriously guys, what you should have done is in this attack, pause, all Zuka, drop over here, flare over here, flare right there, okay, drop some smoke, as the smoke is about halfway down. Some higher level players than me have taught me recently that the secret to smoking is shocking is when the smoke is about just a little more than halfway down. That's when you're going to want to throw the next shot. That's what they say. They're much better than me, so I'm going to be testing that and make sure that that's accurate. But so far it seems accurate. So that's your benchmark. When you flare your Zukas to right here, okay, you have the smoke on them, so they're sitting there under smoke just waiting. When the smoke is about a little more than halfway gone, go ahead and send the next shot. Just send it out there. So, and then the smoke will clear. This stuff is shocked. The Zukas will make quick work of it. You should have another shock in your system to shock the other stuff as well once it's needed. So I think you'd be fine. Awesome Azan, judging this attack and this attack only. You know, I mean, just a simple little flare over here would have taken care of a lot of that. You know, and had you not wasted all that barrage on machine guns, you would have been able to shock those things. Like, Azan, you wasted your GBE there, pal. Like, you did. So, you know, and if the team asks themselves, well, should we kick a guy like Awesome Azan? Should we kick a guy like Matua Jeff? No, not right now. And the reason is because you're not at a full roster. You know what I mean? So right now they're at least getting you some intel. Some intel is better than no intel. Oops, excuse me, let me just go ahead and get rid of that. That was our buddy Braun. He is, for anybody who's curious, he's out there floating around with other bigger task forces than us, and you know, and that's how we learn. You know, we go to these smaller teams and we teach them our stuff, and we go to these bigger teams and we learn the stuff, and then we go to the smaller teams and we teach them the stuff. Then we go to the big teams. You know, see, it's this never-ending cycle of learning. But anyway, so no, you're not going to want to kick Matua Jeff. You're not going to want to kick Awesome Azan. You're not going to want to kick these guys right now. Priority: get their attention and chat. If you can get them chatting, then you can get them coaching. You know, and if in chat, if they revealed then in chat that they cannot be worked with ever under any circumstances, yeah, sorry pal, gotta go. You know, just gotta go. That's just the way it is. But at least make an effort to get their attention in chat. But let's assume that they continue to do their own thing and do not chat, and no matter what we do, we cannot get their attention in chat. Well, again, for now, they're not causing any harm. They're annoying. You know, players like that, but they're not causing any real harm, and at least they're getting some intel and attacking more or less regularly. So as the roster gets to where it's full, you'll start wanting to cycle out, you know, filter out players that are you know, not wanting to work with everybody. But for now, you're not there yet, so don't worry about that. Don't think ahead. Think about right now, the step one is identify the players who are willing to work together, and then build around that. You know what I mean? And everything else will catch up to itself. It will all follow along. Alright, Piku, Disassembler. I don't recall him saying anything in chat. I do believe there was a note. Why are we doing that? Anyway, there was a note. Flare over here first. Piku, flare over here first. There was a note to say hello, just to show that, you know, the note read something to the effect of, say hello in chat just to prove that you're paying attention. And this kid didn't do it. So I don't, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong and I'm sorry, but I don't recall him doing that. Pal, think about what an all-Zuka would have done here. Just take the 20 to 30 minutes, load up a bunch of girls, and then boom. If you would have done exactly what you did, but with all girls back here, you might have won, or at least popped the core, or the shield. Instead it's just sitting there. You only did half. I mean, I know heavies do damage, but not really. Alright, Ben. Ben, I don't like you. I hope you watch this video. I hope, you're paying attention. I don't like you. Specifically this troop combo, specifically in the fact you said in chat, like, see, I did it my way, nobody else's. Like, brother, that's the wrong mentality. That mentality is not going to help anybody on this team. So let's talk. Your warriors are going to die quickly. Like, just as soon as they get up close, warriors are dead. Your riflemen are going to take any, if you were actually taking on a challenging base, your rifle would be standing way too close to the heavy, so taking any, mortar fire, machine gun fire, sniper fire, and then after that, there's nothing, after all that's gone, there's nothing really to protect your Zukas. And if your heavies and your riflemen go down, guess what? Your Zukas stand in front of your tanks, and then you're just left with 4 crappy low-level tanks. I mean, that's just the truth. These mixes aren't good. They're bad. They are just, dare I say, stupid, silly, ridiculous, pointless, a waste of time. I mean, I can come up with as many adjectives as you need me to come up with, but again, I'm sorry, if you're trying to be on a team that wants to work together, that wants to participate, that wants to, try to improve and enhance what you're able to do as a team, then yeah, you're one of the ones that gotta change. But you pay attention in chat, so that's something. That's something. But pal, we've got to get you to stop doing this, because this is going to cost you. I know what you're saying. Yeah, but I got the win. Yeah, buddy. You'll be missing the point if that's your mentality. The point is, as we're trying to advance, you'll be put in situations where this troop combo is going to harm you. And I've glanced through a lot of your back ops, and this is your normal troop combo. So don't tell me, anything other than that. But you could have popped this thing in like a minute with all Zukas, like no problem. Just boom, done. Thanks, guys. We're out. But that's a terrible troop combo. It is terrible, and it will cost you. And if I wanted to isolate you and like really point the finger at Ben, I've already looked at some past ops, and trust me, I can point out where it went wrong, and it went wrong fast. Okay, Nosferatu. So this guy's chatting, and I really like his name. I don't recall if I was available to coach him at this point, but brilliant Zuka drop. Let's point that out. You notice how he dropped all of his Zukas first? Like, that's awesome. That's awesome. If I coached him to do that, then, thank you, Nosferatu, for listening. If you just did it naturally, then you're on the right track, pal. Great job either way. Okay, no, I definitely didn't coach him on this one. So good drop on this. The reason I know that I didn't coach this attack, because I would have never said shock the rockets there. Like I would have said bomb, 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 fight what you can. Okay, so this was not coached. So this training is about coaching natural instinct, Nosferatu. So please understand, I'm not harping on you, I'm just explaining. The rocket launchers, we know that they're not, their range is somewhere around here, right? We know that these cannons are right here. So what I want you to do is do exactly what you did. Drop over here, fight these cannons, and shock them once. Only once. Okay? And then just accept rocket fire and just start bombing these rockets. Pick one and go with it. Like, I promise that would have been, a little more productive. Okay. As a whole, now you say, oh, well, I didn't get it, it wouldn't have gotten as many force points. Guys, it doesn't matter how many force points you get on an attack. The only thing that matters is that you find, in my opinion, you find the quickest, most effective way to win as possible. And I promise you, these little simple strategies for lower level players, let them drop, let them just fight what's easy and readily available, and let them bomb the big stuff. Like, it works, I promise. And it's simple. We call it, on our team, we call it team artillery. And that means for every player that attacks, each attack, they're going to drop 2 barrage, 2 artillery. So just imagine, let's go back to Nosferatu's attack. Just imagine everybody who has attacked this base, okay? Just imagine if everyone who has attacked this base just automatically, right out the gate, dropped 2 barrage, 2 artillery. Then the next, and then he goes in and does his attack. Then the next guy comes in, 2 barrage, 2 artillery. Then he goes in and does his attack, and he works all this. Then the next guy, 2 barrage, 2 artillery. Then he works it. You see how this happens? And then before you know it, by the time you're ready to fight this stuff, you only got like one half alive rocket left. We build on it. So remember the term team artillery. That's a good one. Our team uses it constantly. It's just an understanding that everybody is going to help on one particular target. But it was a decent attack, Nosferatu, but because you were using shock on the defenses and such, and you didn't really gain. I'm shocking when I'm actually gaining something out of it. I'm not wasting a shock if I'm not going to actually gain something, and I don't feel like that. Your shocks, you actually gained anything. Alright, don't hate me. He is yet to chat. I'd love to see him chatting. It seems like, he might be actually okay. I don't like that hookah drop. I'm also not a fan of mixing medics with the Zookas in operation. If it works for you, on player basis, hey, so be it. But how do I say this? I'm not going to ask, when I'm going to these Booming Without Borders teams, I'm not going to ask the ones, or demand the ones that have go in hookah medic to not go in hookah medic. But I don't like it. I just don't like it. But that's not what this is about. Don't hate me. If I'm have to be critical, and I am required to be, you need to be like, you see everything's kind of spreading out here. Like, focus. And remember, we got to be bombing these rockets, and we're still not doing that. So let's find out how this goes. Okay. You almost got a shock launcher. I think you'll get it. Not quite, but close. Alright, so, okay, maybe you will get it after all. Either way, the point is, because you were so spread out, then in the end, you did some damage to the shock launcher. That's good. And remember, guys, this is not about going through and saying, see, you did everything bad. This is talking about how we could have used focus to be better. Anyway, so you could have dropped your Zookas first, dropped your heavies, so just put all your flags over here, make sure your Zookas go down first. Flare to this corner right away. Accept any rocket fire that your heavies are going to get, because your heavies are now in front of your Zookas, so they're going to protect them. You're then going to flare here. So you drop, flare, let them walk, flare, walk. Start eating these power cells, bomb these rockets, then go up and fight this entire corner. I know I hope I was able to help you envision that, because I've done that attack like 8 million times, it feels like, and it's easy, and it's all about focus. Just take the time, get your guys in position, and then bomb the critical targets. Okay, so that was Don't Hate Me. David, I don't recall. No. If he had chatted and I had a chance to stop him, I would have said, do not go in with tank heavies. Do not. This is a selfish attack. And I'm telling you, the reason it's a selfish attack because he is bombing the targets that he feels are going to be most damaging to him. So that's the definition of a selfish attack. You don't. That's not what we want. And now he's just going to eat these cells. I mean, he's bombing this stuff, but if he's going to bomb this stuff now, why didn't he bomb the stuff at the beginning? So all those bombs that he put at the beginning could have went here. You see what I'm saying? Very selfish. Very selfish, very unfocused. We got to get him chatting. If you can get him chatting. So that was the last of your guys' attacks. None was available at some point, but I went ahead and just put this thing away. There's really not even much point in showing it because I honestly could have. I don't know. All right, I'll watch it quickly, just so you can understand my mentality. I just wanted to go in. I was gonna go. Got rid of the shock launcher or shock blaster real quick. Started eating these power cells, eating this flamethrower, bombing that particular rocket, and that'll make sense in just a bit. Keep in mind, I knew I had so many attacks left, so I wasn't really that concerned about it. But I'll show you why I went ahead and was bombing that rocket. When Willow goes in, Willow has a lot of red statues. I usually go GBE for all of my accounts, but Willow, I do have her loaded down with red. Finishing that rocket off there. Okay, I don't remember which side I dropped on. Okay, so I flared over there, and this is where I just kind of let them walk, did the thing. You see how when I'm shocking the rocket there versus when somebody else and I was saying don't shock it, I'm shocking it because I'm gaining something. See how much I'm gaining? I am gaining things here. So this is not a selfish shock. Now remember, and if I say your attack was selfish, I'm not saying that you're a mean person or a bad person. I'm just saying, like, that was not a selfish shock. The shocks we saw earlier were selfish. They just were. Okay. Alright, so now we're going in Warriors. Going to finish off the last of that rocket. Let's speed this thing up. Just get that done. Boom, boom, boom. You know, so I guess in a lot of ways I'm just kind of I was using these attacks just to give demonstrations of just various attacks you can do in various situations. And then at some point I just started being goofy. Let's see if we can identify exactly where that moment was. I think it was on Silence's attack. Yep, so we're just dropping over here. I recognize all the single shot back here, and I know that I'll have you know, the GB necessary to finish bombing that flamethrower, the critical flamethrower, the one that would have stopped Silence from winning. You know, once again, not selfish shocks. I'm shocking when I'm actually gaining something. Then flare back here. Start clearing this. So this was the moment where I clearly just started goofing off. Good job, Silence. Oh, Silence. Silence was the account that I learned how to run Rifleman on. I always throw this out there for every Booming Without Borders team I hang out with. I always throw out, if anybody wants to learn Rifleman, I can teach you, man, but nobody ever says I'll do it. Why? Why is that? So now Fancy Pants, this is wide open. I could have easily won on Fancy. I could have won on Silence. Now I'm just goofing off. So we'll just speed it up. All right, so we're going to be doing a training op with you guys soon, hopefully tomorrow. And that's where it's going to say in the notes, Warriors only, Zookas only, Riflemen only, whatever it is, and that'll be based on what op we're doing. But the point of that is not to watch you fail at a new troop. The point of that is to give you a no-pressure environment to practice the new troops. And I'll have plenty of accounts over to put the operation away once you guys are done practicing. Like that's what Booming Without Borders is. That's a part of it. Is I will give you the opportunity to start an operation, practice, and not feel like you're going to lose the op if everything doesn't go great, because I'll put it away before once everybody's done practicing. It's a brilliant system. All right, Silver Cat, Alzuka. And remember, guys, I don't think that I'm like really that good. Like, I hang out with players all over the world, and they're better than me. There's a lot I can point out, could tell you guys on my team who are better than me. The thing that makes me, you know, if I get a niche, is the fact that I'm really good at breaking the things down and then talking about them and teaching about them and coaching about them. Like, so that's kind of my niche. I'm pretty good. I believe that I am pretty good, and certainly good enough to you know, to earn my weight on just about any, you know, any team that would accept someone of a 400 VP level. I'm talking about my main account on defense. Yeah, so I mean, I can definitely hang, but I'm a better teacher. I like teaching. I really enjoy teaching the game of Boom Beach. So here I'm just protecting the core. Like, I'm just going and just destroying absolutely everything. You know, and anybody who's watching these attacks can clearly see I'm just goofing off. Alright, so that was Silver Cat's attack. Let's go ahead and watch the win. I didn't even get to attack with none defense. You know, but the goal is to destroy everything. And, you know, that's a fun little exercise, you guys. Excuse me, the ones that are paying attention. Once you can kind of start figuring out, you know, who's on board and building the team up. You know, it's a little fun game you guys can play on your operations. When, you know, just protect the core, just go and destroy everything. If you find yourself where you're look at all that smoke. Anyway, if you find yourself with a winning situation on the base and you on the last base and you've got so many attacks left over, yeah, man, make it protect the car. Have fun with it. Goof off. Alrighty, so that was that, and that was Operation Mambo. You guys are regularly, without any assistance from me, beating Charleston. So that means the goal is I've got to get you guys with just the attacks that you're using right now. I've got to get you guys to beat Hacksaw. Like, that's my goal. I've got to figure out a way, you know, my mission will be done here when we have figured out a way to teach you guys how to beat Hacksaw. You should be able to do it. Like, you really should be able to. So, and we're going to coach you there. We are going to coach you there. But tomorrow will be a training operation. We are going to do, let's do Tango for our training operation. And then we will save up for, yeah, we'll save up for Hacksaw. Like, I think we'll be all right, because the guys that are paying attention, there's enough of you. You know, there's enough of you. I think we'll be able to make it work. I have bitten off more than I can chew on these Booming Without Borders teams, so please don't hold it against me. But I'm here to teach. I'm here to coach. I'm here to, if nothing else, just give you a blueprint and say, here's a blueprint that our team has used with high level of success. Here, it's yours, it's free. We hope you can use it, and we hope you'll benefit from it. So, alright, well, I'm going to wrap this video up. As always, I want to thank you all so much for taking time out of your day to watch. Please remember that we are still unboomable, and as always, please be safe. Thank you.